Hi Rachel, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm okay, thank you. Yeah. Do you want to tell me a little bit about your week?
Yeah, so I had a really good week. Last week how I was saying how I applied to a bunch of like the daycare jobs and whatnot. And I did a couple interviews and I actually got hired.
Wow.
Yeah. My first day was 2 days ago and I loved it. It was so much fun and like the staff is really nice. So I'm really excited about it. Turned out well. Yeah.
Good. So that happened really quickly.
It did. I guess they were in a really big rush to get someone. I told me the whole story how someone quit last minute, like they needed someone to fill up her shift, and so it worked out well for me. So
Nice. And so I know you were kind of looking for more of a weekend job or something that didn't interfere with your other job at Tim Hortons. So did that happen?
yeah, so they gave me weekends, but then they also said that they're looking for like weekdays as well. And I told them like I had to talk to my work about it, which I had talked to them after. I talked to Tim Hortons and my managers and whatnot, and we agreed to reduce some of my hours. So I think it's gonna work out. I feel pretty good about it. Between the two of them, I think I'll have like I'm still pretty busy, but I think I'll have a little bit more time to myself. And like I like the daycare one a lot better. I mean, I just started. I'm a little bit nervous about it, but like it's really cool. So.
Yeah, congratulations. That's huge news.
Thank you.
I'm really proud of you, Rachel.
Thank
Really
you.
proud of you. So how has this new job been affecting other areas of your life?
I guess I'm a lot happier. I guess kinda like I'm excited to go to work and I'm excited to talk about it. Like my kids will come in, they're really young, but they're like, oh, how's your day, mom? And I'll tell them all about it, and it's really good. So like I think I just generally feel better going to work versus like going to work at Tim Hortons, where I didn't quite get that thrill like I do now. So yeah, I feel a little bit better, I guess.
Good. I'm really glad to hear that. It sounds like this new job has really had some positive impacts on your life.
It doesn't always work. It feels like, I guess you know what people say, but like if you find a job that you love, it won't feel like work. I kind of get that with it. Like I'm with the kids all day, and they're great kids. It's really cool.
Awesome. Anything else happened this week that you wanted to share?
I met up with my mom. So she came over, her and actually my dad came over to visit the kids for dinner one night, and it was really good to see them, and the kids had a great time.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds very good. It sounds like you're really working towards the goals that we have put in place.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really glad to hear that. It sounds like they are having some positive impacts.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I feel like a lot has changed a bit. Like I feel a bit better about my situation, and like it's really nice to feel back, like connected to like my family again. And I've also heard back from a couple of my friends. I didn't mention that, but I was talking to my friend. We were texting the other day, and we're gonna meet up in about a couple weeks. So,
Good. What friend is that?
Ashley.
Okay, so you said you had been out with her before.
Yeah.
Um,
Ashley is going to bring up, she has a couple friends that I'm actually not that familiar with, but like I met them before, like at functions and little get-togethers, but we're going to all hang out, and yeah, so I'm kind of excited about that.
wow, what a big week. So you started this new job.
Yeah.
Absolutely loved it, which is amazing. It sounds like your support systems have become more involved, and your mom and dad came for a visit, your stepdad, right?
Yeah.
Yep, so your mom and stepdad came for a visit, and that went really well, and then you reached out to your friend, and now you guys are all going to get together. So, that's correct?
Yeah,
That's your week? So
yeah,
that's a really big week, but that sounds really great. And I'm really glad to hear that, especially because this is our last session. So on that note, just wondering how you felt about that.
I mean, kind of nervous that we're leaving. I mean, yeah, I guess we've gotten a lot of work together, I suppose. I mean, I guess it wasn't that big of a deal. I mean, I guess it's okay to leave counseling. I just like kind of, yeah, I guess I'm nervous, but like, if you think about it, kind of just like typical stuff that we did, so maybe it's okay if we leave, I think.
Yeah, and I mean, it's normal to have mixed feelings like that. It can be nerve-wracking sometimes to leave something that we've gone over and talked through for multiple weeks. But in my opinion, you've done a really great job. You came in and you were upset over some things, and we kind of got to talk about that. And I've seen a really big change in you. You've taken a lot of initiative, and you've accomplished a lot of the goals that we set out. And I think that's a really great thing and something that you should be really proud of.
Yeah.
And if you use those strategies in the future, I think that you'll be able to handle a lot of the problems that maybe life throws at you. What do you think about that?
I get that. Like, I mean, I guess I really have. I done a lot as a counselor. Like, I'm worried about, like, what if stuff goes wrong again? Like, what if, like, I find that, like, I'm overwhelmed and, like, stuff just doesn't go right? Or, like, what if, like, my job ends up not working out? I think it will, but what if it doesn't? Or what can Morton let me go? And then, like, wow, nerve-wracking to think about.
Yeah, that is.
I don't know, like, will I be able to handle it? I don't know. Like,
Yeah, well, that's definitely something that we can touch in today's session. I mean, what if thoughts can be common, and it's good to have something to help you calm you down when those thoughts do come up. So I think that kind of touches into some of the other goals that we've made, and it kind of like work into like the balancing the work and social life. So it sounds like you're a little bit anxious about things that might come up that might not fit into the everyday life, and like problems that we might have to go like hurdle over.
yeah.
So if those are things that you're worried about and want to talk about today, I think that we could come up with some strategies to help us relieve the anxiety when those thoughts do come up.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
Yeah, that would be good, actually.
Okay. So you said that you were kind of concerned about what if work lets me go, or what if it doesn't work out, or what were some of the other what if thoughts that you kind of had in your mind?
What did you thinking? Like, like the daycare is awesome, and like I just started it. But they do have like a 3-month like probation thing, so like within like the 3 months it could fire you at any moment for like whatever the heck they want, I guess. That they explained it in my DLI that like they have to get past the 3-month probation before like, not to like be officially a staff, I guess, or you won't be fired, I guess, for that reason. So I'm nervous about that. I'm nervous that like so I do have some days when I'm not as motivated, like everyone does, but like sometimes like at work, sometimes I tend to work because I get tired and I don't do my best work, and like,
Right.
I'm nervous about that.
And has that ever happened to you before, or maybe you've been let go on that 3-month probation period, or?
Yeah, so when I was younger, it happened for a bit, when you do those odd jobs and you're like summer work and stuff, I have had that happen, and like, it's upsetting when it does. You don't know why you're fired, it's literally just let go and there's nothing you can do about it within that time. They don't have to give you a reason, so.
So do you think that's kind of maybe impacting your thoughts right now?
It might be, yeah, maybe. I guess I don't really think about it that often, but like, it definitely has happened, so I know it's real. Like, a lot of people, they don't actually do that, but I know that they do it. I know that they fire people within 3 months.
Right. And what did you do to get over when that happened the last time?
I don't know actually. I'm really upset about it, but I just kept looking for other jobs, and I kind of just like tried to move on from it, I guess. I applied to different jobs, and I tried to not let it worry me too much. I mean, I don't know.
And do you think that worked for you then?
It did at the time, I think. Like you were younger and like you don't really expect stuff to really pan out then, kind of like you kind of just move on to the next thing. But I guess those jobs I wasn't as excited about versus daycare. I'm really excited about it, and I think I'll just be like devastated if they fired me. Especially if I reduce my hours at Tim Hortons. Like if I get fired from like the daycare and then Tim Hortons ends up not wanting to give me my hours back, it could be a real like financial issue, So I have my 2 kids to support, and
that does.
yeah, that was kind of like the what if, kind of a lot, but.
No, that's okay, and I mean, it's something that we can definitely talk about, and I think that, like you said before, you went out and you found another job, and I hope that your motivation inspires you to do well at this job. And you know what? If it doesn't end up working out, you, like you said, you do still have Tim Hortons. That can always be a backup plan. And if not, you got a job this quick, and if you keep at it, you might be able to find another one.
That's true, yeah. I guess I did apply to a lot of daycare, and I had a couple of interviews, and like, I mean, I didn't get hired by them, but they mentioned that they really thought I was a good candidate, and that they really liked me, but I guess there would still be other options, I guess. Good to know that.
Yeah, and it's important to remember that even when it seems really tough, kind of just taking it slow and going through each step by step can really help. So whether that means, going back to the center that helped you with your resume, and even going back for more interviewing skills, or going back and, maybe touching up those little things on our resume that we didn't find the first time. And sometimes I find when I work with other clients that can be the difference between them getting the job or not getting the job. So it's something to consider, but I think you should be really proud that you do have this job now. And, really work at making a good impression, and just really do your best work, and that's all you really can do.
Sure.
And it's their decision what they want to do with that. So that's kind of one what if that you had. I'm not sure if that kind of reduced your anxiety at all.
It does. It makes you feel, like, I guess, it's best of all that you can do,
Exactly.
And like, I feel like at any workplace, they gotta know you're gonna have your days, but I feel like, if I do most days, if I just, I do it the best I can, and and even if they fire me, it's kind of like, I think if I go back to that, center that helped me with my resume, they do help with other stuff as well, like they help you apply. I mean, I got them to help me with my resume, but they can help you find jobs and apply for jobs, and I guess that does help. It's not, I was also worried, so sorry, it just kind of come up, but
It's okay.
a lot of times that we were talking, I mentioned how I had my ex-husband, ex-partner, split up. I haven't seen them, and I guess I haven't been thinking about it too much, but I'm worried that if it upsets me again, I just haven't seen him around. I haven't really been him and his girlfriend. What if I get upset about that again? I got really emotional before, and I don't know, it really affected me and my kids, so.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that was something that we were definitely working on, was to try and relieve some of the pain over that. And do you remember some of the things that we talked about to kind of relieve that, or what some of the goals that we made?
Yeah, we did try the diary, but that didn't work out. But then I started putting jot down to my phone, which helped, how I felt in the day. And I guess we also tried to get me out doing stuff with my friends, that helped a fair bit actually. I saw Ashley a couple times, and I talked to her about it, and I did feel a bit better. So I guess I have her before it, and I'll talk to her. So I guess there's that too.
Exactly. So when you think about it, there's all these people that are around, like your mom. You said that you're, getting that stronger bond with her. You have your friend Ashley, and if they really care about you, then they're there to help you. And I think that they're a really great support system that you can use to go back if you ever have those feelings. Like I mentioned before, I am there if you need me. You do have my number, but if you wanted more sessions, it would be an extra cost. But I think that you have made some really great goals, and I think that you're ready to leave counseling today.
Yeah.
But we do have to be on a mutual understanding on that. But going back to your ex-partner, I think that you've come a long way, and you've have you started accepting those feelings?
I think so. I mean, if I'm being honest, I'm still upset about the whole situation, but it's not taking me over as much as it the first while. When I first got out to dating and seeing that girl, it's overwhelming, it just consumed me, and now I'm still upset, but it's not that bad. It's kind of just it's kind of whatever, it's just, I don't think I'll feel great about it. They don't feel awful at the same time, so I definitely think I have made some progress with that. I feel not as upset as I was, so that's good.
And does that progress kind of motivate you and kind of get you excited to like continue making more progress?
I never really thought about it, but I guess so. Like, I guess my goal is to not be upset about it at all, you know, and just be over it. Like, I mean, I have been doing online dating, which also has been, nothing has come out of it, by the way. I find it kind of weird, but oh well. But like, I think I am moving in the right direction, but I'm excited to see like the outcome when I'm not like worried about it, like I'm not upset about him or anything, so.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So you brought up online dating, and I know that was kind of something that we talked about last week, but you said nothing really came out of it.
No, it's so nerve-wracking. I've never seen it before. Like, I didn't talk to them, but like, they're always like, oh, I want to meet up, go on a date, and I like freak out, I get so nervous, so nothing yet has come out of it. I mean, I hope I can build up the confidence and like meet someone, you know, and go on a date, and it's a little awkward sometimes, but I don't know.
It can be a little nerve-wracking, especially that first interaction. But I mean, it's good that you're trying to put yourself out there. And what have you done before to work up confidence?
I don't know. I mean, it's kind of funny. Like, I heard it in one of my classes when I was younger. You do like these power poses. Like, it's funny. So you stand in front of a mirror or something and you do like, you know, like the Superman pose or something. You do it for like 5 minutes and it helps like make you feel better about yourself. So I've done that before I went on dates. And it's helpful. Or like if I hang out with one of my friends beforehand, like, and I get like comfortable with them, it's easier to like, interact with people like that. So I've done that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I guess that kind of helped with my confidence, like those moments before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so, I mean, I could try that. I haven't like tried it since that. I just haven't been dating. Like, so new again, I don't know.
Yeah. And so it sounds like kind of that new dating is kind of a little bit nerve-wracking for you just because it's new again, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it can also be exciting, right?
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I actually am really excited. So I'm hoping there's one guy that I am talking to, and we've been talking quite a bit, but I haven't like obviously got like the meet him. He asked me one time, and he has an accent, but we're still talking. Like that's good. Like,
Okay.
so I'm hoping, and maybe it turns into something. So maybe I'll meet up with him. Maybe I'll meet up with him. If he asks me first, or like, I don't know if it would be weird if I asked him, but maybe I'll ask him if he wants to meet up. But
Yeah.
he also has kids as well, so he has kids. We're in a really similar situation where like he had recently split up about like a year ago, and he had kids close to my age.
Oh.
Like maybe we could do a play date, that might take some of the pressure off.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Meet up in a public place at the park or something.
that would be good.
Yeah, for sure. So just as an observation, I found that every time like a scenario comes up, like that one of those what if situations or something you get a little anxious about, we're able to think about things that you have done in the past
Yeah.
that have really benefited you. So going forward, if more of those what if situations come up, I think it's really important for you to look back on similar situations or situations that made you feel the same way in the past and take the strategies that you used from those situations and implement them into what's happening now. Because even just going back to like what have you done for confidence before, and you mentioned those poses, and that's something that you already knew, you already came up with.
Yeah.
And it just, I think it helped you to just kind of talk about it or remember that. Or even like what did you do before when you were busy and you were able to tell me things that you have done before. Or like, do you know what I mean? Like different scenarios like that. And I think that like what happened when the last time you got laid off early from a job and how you overcame that. And going back to those situations can help you with the situations that happen today.
Yeah.
So I think that it's important to remember those whenever you're in a situation or your anxiety starts to rise, to go back, take a step back, stop for a second, and just remember previous.
Like what I did before.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess like, I think, yeah, I did a lot of things that I have done before that like work, I guess, and I guess like I get so caught up in the moment that I don't stop and think about like, what should I do? And that's good to think, yeah, that's really helpful to think of that.
Sometimes those little pauses can mean the world. And our mind can just become clear if we just take that second to stop and think about what we should do next.
Yeah. If let's say like there's a scenario that comes up where like I just don't know what to do and like I haven't dealt with it before, then I can come back to counseling, right? Like let's say it's like a year from now, am I able to come back to the service? You think?
Yeah, like if something were to come up and you would be willing to pay the fee, do you think that you really need it, you might benefit from it again, you can come back to early counseling services, and it might not be me that helps you, but we have a really great staff team, and I'm sure they'd be willing to sit down with you and chat about that. If you're willing to pay for the sessions, then we can try and work something out if we think you need it.
That would be good. I like knowing that then. I have that option that like if I can't figure it out myself, I can come back here and I can get help that way.
So going off of kind of the like needing help again, we tried finding a couple resources in the community that might help you with that instead of the counseling services. So I know something that we had brought up was the group for the moms.
Yeah.
I gave you the pamphlet last week, not sure if you looked into it anymore, tell me about that.
I actually haven't yet. I called them and they said like when they're open and stuff, and I plan to do that next week actually. After when my work like at the daycare I'm gonna go. I'm actually really excited about that actually. I'm gonna do that next week I think.
Good, I'm glad you're excited about that. I think that's really beneficial to have more people that you might be able to come comfortable with and talk to about all the things that are kind of on your mind.
Yeah.
Good. Tell me a little bit about how your kids are adjusting to all this, because I know that you said before that they're really excited about your new job, and
Yeah.
I know we haven't really touched on them for the last couple of weeks, so just an update on them.
They're doing well actually, so I'm a little bit nervous before, so you know how like the split happened and then he got together with my ex-partner over someone else, and it was really hard on them, I believe. Like I feel like they didn't quite understand it. But we've had some more time, it's been more weeks now, and they don't really ask me about it too much. They just seem, pretty what they normally do every day, and school's going well. Their grades were dropping a bit during the time when me and my partner split, but I talked to the teachers, did the meetings, and they have done so much better, so they're really good.
Good, that must make you feel
Yeah, I was getting worried, but they've always been pretty good students, and when their grades dropped, it was really unusual for them, so I'm really happy that they're back on track, and they're great at home, are awesome, they've been helping out a lot. I mean, they're really little, so there's not so much that they can do, but they really try. The one kid was trying to sweep, my youngest, is so cute, he was running around with the broom the other day trying to say, Mom, I want to help out, and it was really cute, so they're good actually. It's good to see that they're doing well, I think. They're kind of moved past it as well, so I'm happy to see that. I feel like it's not as confusing to them now that we have settled in more, so. Right. They seem pretty excited about my new job. It's important that I have to wear the uniform, so when I go to the daycare, I get to dress up in my nice clothes, and they like to see that. They're like, oh, Mom, you look so good, and that's really nice to be able to also dress up and then see that I'm not wearing my uniform every day. So that's pretty cool.
That's good. I'm really glad to hear that, because I know that was kind of something on your mind, that you're a little bit worried about them just because it was a big change. But I'm really glad that all worked out. So, going back, I just kind of wanted to go over all the goals that we made, and we could chat about them if you feel comfortable, if you have any questions with them, we can kind of just go over that. So, the first main goal that we had was that we wanted to get you into something that you were really, really happy about, and that was to look for jobs. And it sounds like that worked out for you.
It did, yeah.
And we kind of went over those what-if thoughts, but it sounds like that goal was accomplished. So I just want to know your thoughts on that, just so we can wrap it up and...
I feel better about the what if. I mean, there's a lot of scenarios that I think of, but I think I have the resources to overcome them, and if it's something that I can't, I always have this counseling service that I come back to. Like, I don't feel that worried about it anymore. I feel like that goal, I think we did accomplish it.
Good, me too. I'm really proud of you for that. So the next thing that we talked about was balancing your work and social life. And I think that you did a good job of this because Tim Hortons cut down your hours, you found this job that you really liked, and you've also started to reach out to others. So I just want to know your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think like when the split happened, like with my partner, I really closed down with people, and like ever since I started counseling, I felt a lot like I was talking to my mom again and Ashley, and I'm doing that with her friends. Like, yeah, and like I'm doing online dating. I feel like, yeah, I think I definitely have kind of come out of my shell a bit. That happened earlier this year, so I think that goal was good. I think I did a good job at it compared to what I was doing before. So.
Definitely. I think that you've started to notice how much work you can take on and how much social life you can take on, and that little spot in the middle where you need that little self-care. And it sounds like your kids motivate you and they really excite you, and you like hanging out with them and you like being with the kids. So I think that incorporating that into your work and your time for yourself has done really good things for you. So I'm proud of you for that one too. And then the last thing we really talked about was spending time with others, so that being Ashley or your mom or any of your other friends. So I think that you definitely reached out, and it sounds like, especially with your mom, you've made a really good connection with her, maybe something that you didn't have before. So I'm proud of you for that, but I also want to know what you think.
Yeah, I think I feel closer to my mom at the end of the day now. Like I feel like I can text her or call her or invite her to come over. Same with my friends. Like I was kind of worried before that they weren't like, I don't know, that they weren't really my friends. I got kind of like I shut down a bit. So like I do feel like overall like I feel closer to them and everyone. So yeah, I think that goal was achieved too. It went okay.
Good. I mean, I would agree too. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that you and I are on the same page.
Yeah.
And there were other little goals in between there that we kind of had, like you said before, like writing the diary. And I think that we've been able to find things that work for you and what don't work for you. So going forward, you're able to try them out, and you know when they don't work for you that it's okay to switch to something else and find something that does. So, I mean, you've accomplished that, and that in itself is really amazing. So I think that you should be really, really proud of yourself because you have come a really long way.
It feels kind of silly now thinking about it. Like I think maybe because I've just done all these goals, but like looking back at it, it just feels silly that like I don't know before that like I was like struggling with these, and like now yeah, I'm happy I've come this far. But like thinking back, it's just oh my goodness, it just feels like there were just little things, but.
I don't think that you should feel silly, or you don't think that you should think that it's silly at all, because those are things that were really on your mind before, and it's important to be able to tackle them and know how to deal with them in the future. And I think that you have come a long way, and that shouldn't be downplayed at all. And I don't think that's silly. I really don't, because like I said before, you have come a long way.
Thank you. It's kind of good to hear that.
No, for sure. I think you should be really proud of yourself. So that being forward, were there any goals that you wanted to make or you wanted to put into place now so that you can continue to be able to deal with that anxiety when it comes up, or those everyday challenges?
I think so, yeah. I want to go I know next week I plan to go to that group, but I want to make sure I have a reminder to do it and keep it up on my goals to the kind of that. I think also to take that moment to pause before I, when I get all worked up and worried, maybe to take a moment to pause and think about that kind of stuff. And I think that's good,
I think those are really great.
Yeah.
I think that if you can work on these two and remember the goals from before, then you will be amazing and continue to better yourself. So it's been a pleasure to work with you, and your goals are just a reminder to go to the group and take a pause when needed.
Yeah.
And I think with those, you'll be really great, and to continue talking to those support systems. And if you do need anything else, then you can call the Early Counseling Services, and we'll do our best to help you and get you in. And it may not be with me, but someone else, and the other counselors here are really great. So thank you very much, Rachel, for coming in, and it's been a pleasure to work with you.
Yeah, thank you.